Hi, friends and family. Me and Tucker are here. I've got my tea. It's in a boot cup. Want some, Tuck? And it's banana bread tea. We've got our book. It's called A Book for a Bear or a Dog. Let's see, it's by Ellen Ramsey and MacKenzie Haley. A Book for a Bear. Every day, Bear sat at the edge of the woods and listened to a girl read. There she is. There's the bear. Bear loved books. The girl whose name was Ellen loved to read. Bear loved to listen. Ellen read scary books, exciting books, funny books. Bear and Ellen loved them all. One afternoon, sitting under their favorite tree, Bear said, "I want a book of my very own, a book the color of ripe red raspberries and delicious to read. Where did you find your books?" At school," said Ellen, "but bears aren't allowed. Tomorrow I'll bring you a new book." "But," said Bear, "I want to pick it out for myself." Said Ellen, "Then we'll need a plan. And I know just the thing." She's got a plan. The next morning, Ellen and a furry superhero walked to school. They tiptoed into the back of Ellen's classroom. "I've never seen so many books," Bear whispered. After school, Ellen found... Oh, we skipped a page. Bear rushed towards a bookshelf. He reached for a book the color of ripe red raspberries. But the teacher turned around. She pointed. She screamed, "A bear! A bear! A bear at our school!" Bear raced back to the woods with a cape, but no book. After school, Ellen found Bear by their favorite tree. "I'm sorry our plan didn't work," she said. "But," said Bear, "I still want a book, and I want to pick it out for myself. Where else can I find a book?" "The library," said Ellen. "But bears aren't allowed." "Don't worry," said Bear. "I have a plan." What's the next plan? Oh, look at this. Ellen and a blueberry bush walked into the library. "The library has even more books than your classroom," Bear whispered. "Rows and rows of books." The librarian, it says, first the librarian saw Ellen, then the bush, then the bear. The librarian shrieked, "A bear! A bear! A bear in our library!" Oh Bear and Ellen raced back to the woods with blueberries but no book. But, said Bear, I still want a book, and I want to pick it out for myself. Where else can I find a book? The bookstore, said Ellen, but bears aren't allowed. Maybe I need a different disguise, says the bear. I know just the thing, says Ellen. Ellen and a furry giant wearing a coat and a hat and carrying an umbrella tiptoed into the bookstore. So many, many books. There must be a book for me. Then Bear saw just what he wanted, a book the color of ripe red raspberries. He's got a hat, umbrella on. Uh-oh, what's going on now? He rushed for the book, but didn't see the ladder or the clerk on the ladder. Clerk, ladder, and furry giant wearing a coat and a hat and carrying an umbrella crashed to the floor. Oh no. The clerk yelled, "A bear, a bear, a bear in our bookstore." Bear and Ellen raced back to the woods with a broken umbrella, but no book. A broken umbrella. How will I ever find a book of my own? Asked Bear. Don't worry, said Ellen. We'll think of something. Bear scratched his back on a tree and thought, oh yeah, scratch your back on the tree. Ellen scratched the top of her head and thought, Suddenly, Bear said, could we make a book? Ellen smiled. Be right back. Oh, that's a good idea. She returned with paper and markers of every color, including, of course, raspberry red. What do you want your book to be about? Ellen asked. I know, just the thing, Bear whispered his idea to Ellen. A perfect plan, she said. Look at that. Ellen wrote and wrote. Bear and Ellen drew picture after picture. When they finished, Bear beamed. Oh, look at this. A book for a bear. Will you read my book to me? Of course, said Ellen. Ellen opened the book and read. Bear loved books. That's the end. That's another imagination library book. A Book for Bear by Ellen L. Ramsey and illustrated by MacKenzie Haley. Sweet dreams, everybody. I forgot to say hi to everybody in the beginning. So hi, Royce. Hi, Ophi. Hope you guys have good dreams. Good night. Stay tuned for more.